We spoke earlier, Ephraim, about LeBron and the Lakers. And really, we talked more about who would be kind of the biggest challenger for the Celtics, particularly in the Eastern Conference. But I want to talk a little bit, look, I think, and we brought it up with Jovan Buha, I think the chances are overwhelming that LeBron James returns to the Los Angeles Lakers. And a lot of people are, probably feel even more convinced that he will do that now that J.J. Redick is the head coach. But LeBron, for whatever reason, and I've covered a lot of his free agencies, he keeps things very close to the vest. I definitely believe he was not involved in the Lakers coaching search. When he's a free agent, he'll do that. Even if he's staying, he kind of just, doesn't really give the team any hint of what he's doing. And he, for whatever reason, he's kept it out there. Even when he was texting with Dan Hurley, when Dan Hurley was, going to get an offer from the Lakers, he said, I'm on board with whatever you want to do if I return to the Lakers. So let's just have a little fun. We know that Rich Paul, his agent, has come out and said that LeBron, even if the Phoenix Suns draft Bronny, that LeBron will not go to play there for the minimum. So we can X the Suns out, and I think we can X out any team where LeBron would have to either play for the minimum or a lot less than the $60 million or so that he can get from the Lakers per year, roughly. So that, because the Suns, if he was going to play for the minimum, it'd be hard to find a better situation than Phoenix. It's close to where he lives in LA, so he would still be close to his family. And you have him as the ball handler there with Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. What they needed was
somebody got to go. that ain't gonna work.
Well, it ain't gonna happen, but it will. Yeah. It could work. Yeah, because they need a decision maker.
Yeah, they do.
That was their main thing. And what is LeBron, but if not a decision maker?
You can't roll into the season with Devin Booker, LeBron James, KD, and Bradley Beal. Somebody has to go because it's not going to work. Nobody on that team is designed to take 3 steps back in terms of what they bring to the table.
I think Bill would.
Who's going to come off the bench?
That's 4 year starters with Yusuf Nurkic. Because they can all guard. They can all, theoretically they can guard.
Guard who?
And LeBron can play a power forward.
Who's Bradley Beal guarding?
Particularly in today's NBA.
Well, Devin Booker guarding? Like,
if they want to guard. No. Well, first of all, it's not going to happen. But secondly, it could. That could work.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. You talking about they could guard. Now, who would win? When are they guarding somebody?
Then let's throw them out of the whole contention. Because if they're not going to guard without LeBron, then they're not even worth talking about. My point is just that he said he's not going there. And I think if he was going to go somewhere for the minimum, Phoenix would be near the top as far as a good basketball move.
Right.
Milwaukee would be good too, but my point, it's not going to happen.
No.
So let's look at potential landing spots. You got Philadelphia, which has cap room to offer him the max. So that one obviously could happen. I don't think he'll go there. I think the next 3 teams, if he were to really consider things, Miami, but they don't have the trade capital. Like Miami would have to trade a player LeBron would want to play with to get it done. So we can cross them out. To me, that leaves New York and Cleveland. Cleveland has the pieces. Darius Garland. I don't know if you throw in a Jared Allen or whatever, but they could make an interesting deal. And then there's the Knicks. And the Knicks, Ephraim, let's say first from the Lakers standpoint. The Knicks could make an interesting offer. And I'm not saying the Lakers would want to do it, but if LeBron was like, look, I'm going to New York, trade me there, the Knicks could offer Julius Randle and either Josh Hart or Bojan Bogdanovic or Mitchell Robinson, whoever the Lakers want, whatever type of player they want, and a horde of draft picks. So they could make it a good deal for the Lakers. For LeBron, you playing with Jalen Brunson. You've got OG Anunoby, who they'll bring back, and some really good role players, Isaiah Hartenstein and others. And here's the kicker. You're in New York. Now, LeBron has been, for lack of a better term, a mercenary throughout his career. He ain't the one that the Derek Jeter, the Kobe Bryant, one team your whole career. Lean into it in this case. And if he could go to the Knicks and deliver a championship, their first in 52 years, he would be a player that led 4 different franchises to championships. And he would have done it in New York where everything is magnified. And this is what I'll say. LeBron cares about the GOAT discussion. If he led the Knicks to the championship, he would have all the New York writers and media people and a lot of the major national ones come from New York on his side. And you talk about helping his GOAT argument. That would be it. New York, New York. Your thoughts?
Yeah, but I don't. That's a long way to a way to go.
I don't think he's doing it.
Yeah, but to your point, yeah, putting him in the Garden with Brunson and the energy that's in that building, him on the side of of the skyscrapers in Times Square. Yeah, we get it. We understand the mecca of basketball, playing in the Garden night in and night out. It definitely give them a boost, and he'll be back in the East, which is normally not as competitive as the West.
Right.
He dominated in the East when he was playing in that conference. Yeah. Not so much here on the West. Got a little bit more size, a little more talent over here. No, look,
you bring up an interesting point because LeBron, part of his claim to fame is getting to 10 straight or 10 finals, 8 straight. But right. If he were in the West, that wouldn't have obviously been the case. I mean, I guess theoretically you say he got to 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's different out here. It hits
different out here.
It hit different out here, right? Sometimes you got to pop out and show.
That's real.
And so,
that's real.
Look, LeBron's son, Bryce, is still in high school in California, and so his daughter, Zuri, is out here. One of my friends, they play in the same volleyball league, right?
How old are they?
They're
about 8.
Yeah, 8, 9.
Okay,
he's a family man too now, and
I agree
so him spending months, they already traveling on the road a lot, but they come back home eventually. So in order, and unless you're moving home to New York, do you want to spend your last final years that much away from your family and your, teenage son, who's a dynamic basketball player in his own right, is making his way to being a dynamic player in high school basketball?
Have you seen much of Bryce?
Yeah,
as far as a player.
Well, he's much bigger.
He's about, what is he about?
He's 6'5".
6'5", and he's going to be
a junior.
He'll be a junior.
So he's bigger, and
I mean, I've heard he's a better prospect than Bronny.
Well, Bronny's 6'1", if that, and that's that's a tough sell in the NBA unless you have this, right? Whether it be speed, whether it be quickness,
you got to be a freak athlete.
You got to have. Right? Like, it's got to be like, oh, okay, well, he's 6 foot, but it don't even matter. Like, how tall is Jalen Brunson?
Or you're a straight point guard.
Right?
Well, Jalen's about that.
Don't matter. Right? Can't guard him. He can get to a spot.
And Jalen Bronny, a guy like Jalen should give Bronny hope.
Well, yeah, but
Jalen played 3 years in college.
and
Jalen wasn't much his first 4 years in the league.
Well, you gotta. The college is where you grow. He didn't, the heart situation that they had kind of set him back at SE. First of all, I didn't know why he went to SE. They just don't have a really good basketball program right now. It's a really good brand, but they don't have a good basketball program. And I thought his for his one and done year, he should have really went to a program that could have got him, sharpened his skill set and then put him in a position for him to go exhibit that and display that in March Madness where everybody's watching. And he chose a team that at the bottom of a really poor Pac-12 this year. So
and didn't play all that.
And averaged 4 points a game. I get it. But look, LeBron James, in my opinion, isn't going anywhere. He'll opt out. He'll get a 2-year extension, 3-year extension.
I think it's a 3-year deal.
Right? For $126 million, whatever it is. And whatever that number is.
Max number.
Yeah, whatever that max number is set. He just, he just did a 2-year $98 million deal or whatever that was.
Right.
So
I agree with you that he's staying in LA, but it's just fun to look at